So what is going on, people, and welcome to episode 9 of the Inter Milan save here on Football Manager 2021. And well, today we have the last two games of the Serie A season. We have Juventus at home and then Bologna away. If you are looking forward to this episode and you have enjoyed the series thus far, make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel. And well, last time out, you will know that we were crowned Serie A champions after an unbelievable season. An extremely big gap at the top of the table. We won with 5 games to go, and well, the trend has continued since we were crowned champions. I've been playing rotated sides and they've still been playing very well. In the first game, we won 2-0 against Roma. Jared Bowen and Lautaro Martinez are grabbing goals. We then drew 1-1 away at Sampdoria, and it was one of those games where they just played us on the counter. Candreva, on loan from Inter, grabbed them a goal, and Isco rescued us a point just a minute from stoppage time. And then most recently, a 2-0 win against Benevento, Perisic grabbing both goals in that. Damian was sent off, but with only 10 minutes to go, it made little difference, and we held on for the win. So, as you can see from the Serie A table, of course, you know we are champions. We're 15 points clear of Lazio as it stands, but we do have a game in hand over them. Juve have a game in hand on us and 2 games in hand on Lazio, but even if they won both of those, it wouldn't be enough to go above Lazio. So this is the team then that we are going to play against Juve. We're playing Radu in goal. He's been playing the past few games ever since we won the league. Skriniar is playing at right back. Damian suspended after that red card last time out, and Hakimi not quite fit enough to start, can only play 45 minutes. So we're playing Skriniar out at right back, who has done pretty well. We saw that in last episode, grabbing a goal and an assist from right back. Bastoni and Kolarov at centre halves, Mendes at left back, Vidal and Sensi in the middle of the park, Bowen on the right, Perisic on the left, Isco in the number 10 role, and Lautaro Martinez up top. I've been preferring Martinez to Lukaku in the past few games. Lukaku's certainly done his hard work for the season. As you can see, 36 goals for him now. The man is an absolute machine. But for now, let's get into the game. Well, when this season has finished, we will look through all the things in detail. We will have a look at the division stats, sort of maybe have a look at the division in terms of managerial changes, any big transfers that happened, what we're looking to do next season. We'll have a bit of a roundup at the end of the season, but looking at the Juve team, certainly some good players in there as ever. Ronaldo looking to extend his goal scoring run. Give the old media team talk as per usual. And well, the game is underway. We have switched back to 2D now that we've seen the trophy animation. And I was complaining about the touchline tablet being smaller. I didn't work it out. I saw online you can actually move it to make it bigger. So I'll be doing that. Nice little tips and tricks you learn from watching stuff online. But the first highlight of the game looks like it's going to go our way. Some lovely interchangeable play. Skriniar, ball in. Oh, and it's come back off the bar. Szczesny wasn't short. Perisic can't get the cross back in though. Well, here we go. Ooh, there we go. You love to see it. Just the little things in life are pleasing to me. But Isco, great ball through, and Martinez has bagged 1-0 against Juve inside 20 minutes. Well, they've really been off the boil this season. Surprising, to be honest. I expected much fiercer competition, especially from Juve. Well, they just allowed... It was all too easy there. Martinez has got so much freedom. Szczesny stayed rooted. Maybe could have come to get the ball, but Martinez, with his 4th goal of the season, bags it. And I said about Ronaldo's goal-scoring abilities, I'm not too sure how many goals he scored in the second half of the season. Of course, when we played them the first time round, it was only January. It was Jared Bowen has run through here. And Jared Bowen has scored quite a magnificent solo goal. But I said about Ronaldo, he was on what, 36, 37 when we played them in January time. So I dread to think how many goals he's got now. Hopefully we won't find out if we can keep a clean sheet. But a lovely individual goal from Bowen. Just takes on a couple of defenders, slots it past Szczesny. And this game is much easier than I thought it would be. Well, the game rolls around to half-time. We're going to pump some fists. Give that media team talk. We have been superb in this game so far. Juve barely had a sniff. First highlight of the second half. Looks like it may go Juve's way, just as I say, they haven't had a sniff. Sandro down this left-hand side into Ramsey. Back out to the fullback. Arthur, Ramsey. It's a good goal. I always do that, don't I? I always put my foot in it and then we concede straight afterwards. It's a really well-worked goal from Juve, to be fair. Sandro and Ramsey instrumental to it. Good play between the two of them. Back to Arthur. Ramsey's worked himself a good amount of space. And well, Radu, I mean, there was plenty of power on the shot, but he's got something to it. You could argue maybe should be doing a little better. Don't let them get back in this game. Oh, okay. Loose ball forward from Bernardeschi. It would be just my luck to say that we've been absolutely cruising and then we go and throw away a result. Did it against Man United. Tempted fate. I don't want to do it this time round. Bowen is into the area and that shot isn't particularly threatening. It looks like we carry on from the resulting goal kick. Szczesny launches it upfield. Morata will chase onto the header, but we recover possession. Radu Demiral does well. And Kulusevski has put Ronaldo in, but Radu this time makes the save. It's only as far as Sandro into Bentancur. Ball in, Kulusevski. They're starting to threaten Juve. Obviously heard what I had to say, and they're coming forward again here. Obviously had a bit of a wake-up call at half-time. A rocket up the arse, I'd imagine. That's a good tackle from Bowen. And he gets it back from Skriniar. Isco up to Martinez. Got a bit of work to do on his own, bit isolated, but finds Skriniar. Ball in, aiming for Perisic, but it's headed away. Mendes, it's a lovely ball to Isco. Oh, and he tries to find the near post, but Szczesny is equal to it. It's constant highlights now in the second half. Not too much action in the first half. And well, Ronaldo is in here. He's dinked it over the keeper, but even I could tell that that was offside. He's scored, but it won't count, so we won't find out how many goals he's got thus far this season. Well, a little bit of a let-off, I'm going to say to the boys that I demand some more, because we've really fallen off it in the second half. Perisic, good switch of play, finds Jared Bowen, is into the area, needs help though, back to Skriniar, ball in, oh, again aiming for Perisic. Mendes plays it into Perisic though, and he manages to squeeze one in at the near post, and that should put Juve beyond doubt now. That should kill off the fight back. De Ligt heads it away, only as far as Mendes. Perisic does well to get himself back on side. The pass a little overhit perhaps, but Perisic does very well. And well, near post goals seem to be OP on FIFA and FM, it seems, this year. We make a sub. Barella comes on for Sensi as Juve have a corner. Arthur, aims for Rabiot. Well, the header may well lead to a break. Perisic leads the charge. He plays it Martinez, who's in behind. And Lautaro Martinez, he bags. It's as if he's been scoring all season, the way he's playing with confidence at the moment. Only his 5th goal of the season. I know I haven't given him a fair crack of the whip. Question marks of offside. I did think it was offside, to be honest, but it's been given. I'm not going to complain. And that well and truly is Juve dead and buried 4-1. I didn't think we'd be having a result like this against them this season. Into injury time, made a couple more subs just to give some fresh legs to some players. But nothing else has happened. 4-1, we smashed Juventus. A really good performance. Well, I think that sums up our season. We've been absolutely fantastic. But we move on then. Bologna to come in the last game of the season, and we may as well just get straight to it. Okay, so this is the final game of the season, and we've made just one change to the side from the last time out. Damian is back in at right back. We've dropped Skriniar to the bench. He did have a good game, but again, just rotation, giving some players match time. But yeah, you know the team. So without any further ado, let's head into the game. And the game begins. Now, you notice him on the ball there, Vignato, playing for Bologna. He was someone that I was looking at the start of the season. I think as a decent young option would be good to bring in. But they weren't interested in selling him, Bologna. I wonder whether we will be able to tempt them this summer. I think after the game, I'd sort of have a full review of the squad. I won't put a full squad review into the video. I'll have a look myself and then just sort of give you the update, the highlights, and also what I intend to do for next season. But so far, this game in the opening couple of minutes has been all Bologna, and we need that to change. But you'll notice that I've been putting a lot of content out on the channel recently, especially over the last sort of week and a half. I just want to say thank you for your support. But the main reason for that is that I think next week at some point, it will likely be earlier in the week, because all our teaching is moving online at university. I'm going to be going home for Christmas early. Now, that was news to me and news to my parents, who have been decorating my room as Lautaro Martinez bags a goal before half time. Yeah, my parents have been decorating my room at home, which means there's nothing in it at the moment. I don't know if it will be finished by the time I go back, which means I may not be able to set up my PC in my room and make videos. So I'm trying to get up as much up now in case I can't upload when I get home. So as a yeah, there is a reason. Plus, I've just been enjoying it. I've got a bit of time at the moment, so I've just been enjoying what I've been doing, the Barnsley save and this, and then just just trying to get out as much as possible because I wanted to, really. Half time, just the one goal in it, but saying about going home, the stuff that I need to do mainly, I need to sort out some washing, because if I go home with a bag full of washing, my mum is not going to be impressed. If anyone wants to do my washing for me, let me know. I know that sounds like the most appealing offer you've ever had. But let's concentrate on the game, shall we? Bologna coming forward. Di Silvestri, Orsolini, Vignato. Fires not too far wide. But yeah, I'm not too sure, because the thing with Inter as well, they have so many players out on loan and obviously so many youth players. So it's kind of like I need to take a full assessment, see who's out where, if we're going to get any players back as well. There's a bit of a scramble going on in the area. We managed to get it away. For example, João Mario. He's a fairly decent midfielder, I would say, as Martinez saved. João Mario, fairly decent midfielder. Didn't even realise he's still at Inter. He signed a pre-contract with Sevilla. I didn't even know he was here, so I was like, okay, he could have been probably useful for the squad. So I'll need to take a full assessment of everything that we have, and then work out where we need to strengthen next season. I am still looking at Donnarumma though. He is someone that I want, but he's still in that process of weighing up his options. So hopefully the first episode of next season will have some good news. Triple substitution in the dying embers of this game. Again, just fresh legs really. But that looks like it is going to wrap up our Serie A season. Indeed it does. Not the most convincing of results, but a win is a win. Well done, boys. And well, what a season it has been, as I said last time out. There we go. That is the Serie A season finished. Let's have a roundup, shall we? So there is the Serie A table in all its glory in the final format. 99 points we finish on, a total of 18 clear of Lazio, who finished second. Juve finished in third, 10 points behind them. And Atalanta grabbed the final Champions League spot with 67 points. AC, good recovery from them after the start of the season they brought in Allegri as their new manager. And well, he's done a really good job for them, finishing fifth. Roma in 6th place, Sassuolo in 7th, Napoli miss out on Europe, it looks like. Disappointing season for them. Parma end up going down with Spezia and Crotone. In terms of Serie B, Brescia will be coming up this season as champions. Empoli as well, and then one of Vicenza, Cittadella, Spal or Regina. But just looking at that, 31 wins out of 38, only one loss, 80 goals and only 16 conceded is a madness. That must be one of the best performances I've ever had on FM. Absolutely stunning. If you have a look at some of the player stats then, Lukaku finishes as top scorer, 29 goals in 32 appearances. This man's been absolutely superb. 36 in 39 in all competitions. Absolute machine, this man. He's wanted, and he has been pretty much all season. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a few bids for him in the summer, to be honest. In terms of other top scorers, Ronaldo finishes on 27 at 36 years old. That is still a proper decent season from him. Immobile on 24, Caputo on 23, 33 years old. Not too bad. In terms of assists, Maxime Lopez from Sassuolo gets the most with 17. Our best was Barella with 9. Sensi in there as well with 7. Lukaku had the most shots in the league with 211, which is 50 odd more than Ronaldo. That's impressive. Most man of the matches goes to Immobile, who had 9. Lukaku got 7. Hakimi got 6. Decent season from him as well. De Vrij and Bastoni, 97% pass completion this season. That's not too bad. Skriniar with 96 as well. Pretty much all defenders there though. And Handanovic the most clean sheets by far and away. 24 clean sheets in 33 games. Only 14 conceded. Absolutely superb. He's even though he's 36, he's still been absolutely superb for us. May well lose his spot next season, as you can see. If we go back on that. Donnarumma in 3rd. That is the man we want. He is on the transfer list. We're not going to pay for him though. We're going to try and get him on a free. Keep your eye on that one. But fewest conceded, Handanovic up there as well. 14, 8 clear of the next best person. Looking at our squad in just general terms, Handanovic played the most games this season, as you would expect. Barella, Lukaku, Aaron Martin as well. I feel Aaron Martin, I like Aaron Martin. I think he's had a good season this season. Considering he's only 2.5-star player supposedly, and he was a bit of a desperation buy, I've been impressed with Aaron Martin this season. Really happy to have him involved. And Nuno Mendes as well. That's really impressed with. In terms of goals, well, we know Lukaku, our main man. Mahrez with 9. Perisic with 9. Sanchez with 8. Bowen grabbing himself 6. Again, a bit of a comical signing, but he's actually done alright for us. Lautaro Martinez. 6 goals and 3 assists in 13 games. 9 goal contributions in 13 games is very good from him. Considering I've not treated him that fairly this year. He's done alright, hasn't he? In terms of assists, Barella overall with 10, Eriksen with 9, Hakimi 8, Mahrez 7, as well as Sensi and Perisic. Average ratings. Our best player apparently, Achraf Hakimi. Interesting. He has been very good for us this season. Can't deny that. He is wanted again. So, be interesting to see whether we keep him. His physicals are monstrous and only 22 years old. He's going to get a hell of a lot better. The shout-outs, Lukaku, Skriniar, Eriksen was been superb for us at times this season. Considering he was a 5-star player at one point, he's now down to a 3-star player. That's interesting as well. Bastoni up there as well. Some of the defence have been brilliant this season. But let's have a look. In terms of Serie A, let's have a look. Manager movements, was there much to shout about? We know that Milan changed their manager. Pioli was sacked, and then they brought in Allegri. Napoli changed managers as well. Gattuso got sacked, and they brought in Yardim. Udinese hired Jurgen Klinsmann. Well. In terms of transfers, and just having a look at some of the business done, we were involved in a lot of the big deals. The 2 biggest deals coming in were us, Mahrez and Mendes. Lazari went to Liverpool for 34 million all told. Kessie to Bayern for 35 million. Brozovic left us as well. Fabian went to Man City. Some of these deals, not too bad. Fairly cheap as well, it must be said. But we are involved in a lot of the top deals in this division. Let's have a little look at the rest of Europe as well. In the Premier League then, Liverpool run out as champions. 14 points clear of Man United in the end, who finished 2nd. City in 3rd. And Spurs in 4th. Arsenal, Southampton and Everton getting the Europa League spots. Chelsea miss out on Europe completely. Well, no surprise to see that Lampard has been sacked then. Valverde, the new man there, getting relegated. Brighton, Palace and Newcastle. So all the promoted sides stay up. In terms of the Championship, play a final between Forest and Norwich. Luton finishing 2nd. Wow. Luton, after all these years, will finally be back in the Premier League. What a story that is. Bournemouth win the league as well. In Liga, no surprise, PSG win the league. 9 points clear of Lyon, and then finished 12 points clear of Monaco. Reims finishing 4th. Good season from them. In the Bundesliga, no shocks. Bayern win the league. 9 points clear of Dortmund, who finished 2nd. Leipzig in 3rd. Eintracht Frankfurt in 4th. Good season from them. Mönchengladbach, Hertha Berlin and Bayer in Europa League places. And in Spain, 1 game left of the season there. Barcelona already champions. Real Madrid in second, Atleti third, Valencia fourth, Villarreal, Sevilla and Levante making up the Europa League spaces so far. So that is how the leagues around Europe have finished. So I'm going to have a look at my squad and then we'll work out what next season is going to look like. Okay, so I've had a look at the squad then, and to be honest, we are going to do one more season with Inter. I don't know if I made that clear. Yeah, we're going to have one more go with Inter. We're going to try and crack the Champions League. I mean, we're a bit off the pace in this year's competition. In fact, has the Champions League final been played? It's United and PSG in the final, as we maybe expected. To turn this squad into a Champions League winning squad, I think there's going to have to be a few improvements made. In terms of a starting 11, I think I'm fairly settled. I think we've got a decent starting 11. I think that maybe one position I would change if I could get someone world class would probably be another winger. Maybe a world class winger in there, someone maybe who could play on either side. Because I feel like Mahrez, Sanchez, Perisic are decent players, but they're not like world beaters, if you know what I mean. Sanchez 32 as well, Perisic 32. They're getting on. Mahrez is 30 now as well. I think they are good players, but maybe a world-class winger could be what changes us, and I think gives us that little bit of an extra edge. In terms of backup, though, is where I feel we lack depth. In terms of like comfortable backup, I'd say Bastoni I'm comfortable with. Arturo Vidal as well, if we take Sensi and Barella as our starting midfielders, and Lautaro Martinez, of course. Other than that, I think improvements could be made. I think we know we're trying to get Donnarumma, but certainly I've been saying it for a while. A new keeper probably wouldn't do us any harm. In terms of right backs, D'Ambrosio is leaving on a free. Darmian's coming in, but he's 31 as well. I don't really rate Darmian. Someone to come in to be back up to Hakimi. Valentino Lazaro is out on loan at Mönchengladbach. They have the option to turn that loan permanent, but even with him coming back, I think he'd be an upgrade on Darmian, but maybe not quite, like solid, if you like. Kolarov is out of contract this summer. I'm not too sure whether I'll renew it. He has been decent for us, but he is 35, so we'll wait and see. He may be at the club next season, but again, could probably do with an upgrade. Left back, I'm fairly happy with. Again, if a world beater presented itself, then I wouldn't be adverse. But Martin and Mendes, are decent options. I think we could do with another central midfielder, especially after the problems we've had this season. We have got a couple of youngsters out on loan in central midfield, but again, I don't think they're quite good enough to sort of be squad players. And we've spoken about the attacking midfield, the winger situation. I think as well, I don't think I'm going to turn Isco's loan permanent. He's done okay for us, but nothing to suggest that we should pay 53 million for him. So maybe someone to come in and play second fiddle to Eriksen, or maybe challenge him. Not too sure. But that is my thinking, and you will find out next episode how we got on with that. And I hope, guys, you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you next season in the next one.